everyone, welcome back. We are on bag number 7. I decided to do one more bag today. I think I've done 2 so far. I'm going to do a 7th one and see what I got. If you're new here, or if you aren't new here, I have 18 bags to open, contractor bags, full of vintage clothing from a hoarder house. It was a clean hoarder house, but she liked to hoard. She not only hoarded clothing, but she just hoarded things. So it's a real treasure trove in the house, and her son is liquidating her estate. She is in a assisted living home. She is, I think she's 95. So she is living in an assisted living home, and she just moved in, I think, I'm going to say in wintertime. I think she had a health incident and caused her not to be able to live in her house alone any longer. So her son is there liquidating her estate, and he's very overwhelmed with the amount of things in the house. I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace, and I went over to have a look, and I went ahead and bought 2 rooms full of vintage clothing. We cleaned everything up in about 2 hours out of the house, or out of those 2 rooms, and so I don't really know what's all in the bags because I didn't pack all the bags and because we did it so fast. So what I'm really just trying to do is get the bags, open them up, see what's in them, take the hangers off. The hangers are really old and they're brittle, and I want to clean things, I want to process it, and I do resell, so I will be reselling and listing things as time allows. I will be doing that. So that's kind of the story behind my hoarder house vintage clothing lot. So this is what we're working on today. This is my 3rd bag today because I'm dressed the same, and it's humid and hot outside, but I'm outside because it is dusty. There's no mold or anything like that on them, but they are dusty, and I have allergies to dust. So I'm doing it outside today, and let's go and see what we can find in this bag. Ooh, I'm so excited. I think bag number 6 was kind of a dusty dud. So let's see what bag number 7 has for me today. All right, here we go. 1980s. Looks like a sweatsuit. Let's see. It's got pants to it. Oh, it's a skirt set. 1980s sportswear set. And it's by Cricket Lane is the tag on it. So just like a basic elastic's good on it. I'm always happy when the elastic's good. For the most part, I have had some dry rot in the elastic, and by dry rot, it's like when you pull it in, you hear the crack. You hear it crack, crack, crack. So that's always sad when you hear that. Sometimes you can salvage the elastic, but at this point in the game, I'm just not, because I have probably 1,000 pieces, if not a little bit more than 1,000 to go through. So there you go. Matching set. I love matching sets. Those are great. Looks like a 1980s piece, a knit cardigan, and this one has a tag on it still. A lot of clothes with the tags on them, new old stock. She never wore them. And this is just probably a 90s cardigan. This has some discoloration up there, so I'm going to set that aside. Um, 90s little knit sweater top. '70s matching polyester top and sleeveless blouse there on that one. '80s jacket. It's got the shoulder pads in it. You can always tell 80s by the shoulder pads. Alright, so the hangers off that one. I'm going to say 1990s. Amanda Sport, that's the top. I wonder if there's a skirt in here anywhere. Perhaps I will find the skirt later. Okay, this looks like 70s, and it's a set. She liked her sets. She liked her sets in the 70s, she liked her sets in the 80s. So let's see. Skirt elastic's good, and the top looks good. That's a cute top. It's kind of got some lacing, ruffled lace details, and very sheer, transparent. 1970s sweater, or maybe it's 80s. Could be 80s. I wonder if this is obviously 1980s top by Cricket Lane. Doesn't look like it was worn. Pretty top. I'm looking to see if it's a set somehow, but I don't see it. I'm gonna say this is probably 90s top, maybe 80s top. Looks like it's a 90s, 80s top. Probably 80s. It's got the shoulder pads, or early 90s. Looks like I have a bag of her newer pieces here. 1990s sweater top. I'm gonna guess this is 70s. So really nice 70s cardigan, open front cardigan. '90s two-piece set. A little 70s skirt. She is notorious for pinning up her hems, but never actually hemming it up. So she must have been petite, but she pins everything up. And it looks like she cut the hem on this and never hemmed it. I can't tell you how many times I've stuck myself with pins. So she is not a project finisher. Here's the things I'm gathering. She's petite, and she doesn't finish her projects. So I'm gonna have to go back in and gonna have to hem that skirt. I'll have to finish her project for her. '90s blouse, kind of knit blouse. I'm not sure what this is. It is a vinyl rain jacket. So this is a 70s vinyl rain jacket. There you go. Pretty cool. Never seen a vinyl 70s rain jacket before. Okay, Liz Claiborne, a Liz Sport top. 1980s exposed, made in USA. I don't know why there's a safety pin in it. It's got a safety pin on both sides. So she must have had a reason for that. Okay, so put that aside. Doesn't look like it's ever been worn. No boundaries. So this is a modern piece. So she was still shopping in her 80s, obviously. 70s and 80s. This is probably from the 90s. And it has the tags on it. A heirloom collectible. 2002. So she was shopping in the Y2K era. So this is Y2K. Another newer piece, probably from Y2K era. '70s skirt, elastic's good. God, this woman had so many sweaters. Crazy. All right, this is a 60s. That's actually really nice. Look how long it is. So that's a 60s sweater, maybe 70s. It's got the wider bell sleeve to it. This is a white stag, so that is Y2K era, 90s Y2K. '80s with the tag. '90s. 1990s. Look at this. Isn't that something? 1990, early Y2K. This is a tabloid made in Mexico. This is probably a Y2, probably a 90s piece there. I think we're gonna get into jackets now. All right. From my understanding, and from what I saw of the house when I was in the house, I think that she had a bit of a hoarding OCD tendency. So she liked to have it all, but she liked to have it all like very organized. So unlike what you see on like the TV show Hoarders, she was not dirty at all. She had everything organized. She had boxes with the original items in and handwritten in cursive on the outside what was in the box. So she was super duper organized. 70s jacket. Another 70s jacket. Some sort of windbreaker with the tag. It's called a sack jack and it's by Eddie Bauer. I don't know what a sack jack is. Oh, it's the zip. It's got the zippered hood and it's got a sack in it. It's sack jack. So I'm assuming this is probably 80s. Probably 80s. Men's large. So there's a man's piece. I haven't found a man's piece yet, but there's a man's piece. Another 70s jacket. Okay, so I'm seeing a bit of nylon breakdown, and when nylon deteriorates, it crumbles. So I'm seeing a bit of that going on, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. Okay, this is 70s Hollywood Designs. It's got also the hood zipper pouch in it. Obviously this is probably 70s, a little windbreaker from the 70s. It's made in Taiwan, 60s or 70s. Well, that's kind of cute. Just a cotton jacket, like spring jacket, lightweight. Probably from the 70s. Oh, this is fun. I'm not sure what this is. It's fun, but it's new old stock. There's the cardboard. And I think it's for an ironing board. So I think your ironing board, you iron on top of it. So that's cute. I don't know how that got in there, but there you go. Hey, more sweaters. '60s knit sweater, 1960s, 1970s knit sweater top. White stag, probably 90s Y2K. Probably 80s sweater. And an 80s top, which is cute. I like the embroidery on it. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. It's camo. It's a newer, probably from the 90s, camo pullover top. And last but not least, we have a 90s knit top. So I think as we're rating our bags now, 7, I really didn't like 7 much either. Had a lot of 90s and newer, to me 90s is newer. I like the older stuff. I'm still waiting to see if I'm going to find any 40s or 50s in there. I'll even take 60s, anything like that. So, in general, I would say this is so-so. It wasn't bad, but wasn't my favorite either. So I feel like I need one more bag for today. So I'm going to clean up here and sort some things out and think about whether I'm going to go for one more bag today or not. It's hot. I'm already dirty. So I'm kind of like, why not? So maybe we will do bag 8 today. If I do bag 8 today, that means I'm halfway through the bags. It's still very overwhelming to go look in the room where the bags are, but slowly I'm getting it done. So thanks for watching. I hope you come back to see what's in bag number 8. Take care. Bye-bye.